I think the easiest way to explain it in a non-technical way, this is like 1994 all over again. It's the beginning of the internet. In 1994, people were standing there going, well, this is just about money laundering, it's about funding for terrorism, it's about pornography, it's about people who want to act outside the law. But we know that several things happened in the next couple of years that turned into the dot-com boom, and although there was a lot of fluff and a lot of noise around that period, what emerged are the biggest and most powerful companies in the world these days, the GAFA and their equivalents here in Asia. Well, I think insurance is a great case in point where essentially the only product they have is trust as an industry. The customer buys trust, it buys the reliance that the customer is going to get paid in the event of a claim. That eventuality is a critical part of the transaction. The issue with the current tech levels of technology and current relational databases is that actually it's quite difficult to maintain integrity of those databases. It's quite difficult to make sure people are who they say they are. It's difficult also to make sure that they have the right credentials, and people have to go through KYC. That takes quite a long time. It's a slow process. So the benefit of blockchain is that you can have that relationship and that KYC done once. It's locked into the system, and thereafter things can be much more secure and much quicker. And that's the objective that we're looking at with Insure. The solution we're delivering for SME businesses here in Asia will be much more secure, much safer, and give advice in a much clearer and directed way than is currently available through the human interfaces. Well, it's like all emerging technologies, particularly this one because it is quite specialized in its detail. Getting a broader understanding of how it's actually going to work and explaining that to business people is something of a sweet spot that needs to be it needs to be tackled carefully. It's important not to overpromise. Because there are still difficulties in the system, there are still problems with, particularly with speed. The security issues are generally solved, but speed with the current solutions is still a problem. And an additional problem on top of this is the expense of running a blockchain. At the moment it can be extremely expensive on the current systems to do the mining and other processing that's required. So this is a technology that's in its infancy, but we're building it in at the base start from our company, and it's a fundamental part of our differentiation.